Hi, my name's Malcolm. My house, been here for 15 years, and we'll talk about some of the changes that I've been able to undertake over that period of time. This is a solar cooker. It's drying my kindling that was pruned from the apple trees at the bottom of the garden. Instead of taking it to the tip and making compost, I'm using it myself. Standing in the back porch at the moment, decided to add porches, front and back. A porch at the back, a porch at the front, external thermal insulation, insulation in the loft. All of those things are relevant. This is a rather superior rainwater harvester. I'm now going to upset a load of slugs, I expect. It has a filter unit. The inner filter here has a very fine, I think it's about 5 micron mesh on it, in a taper. So when the water is coming in a Coriolis effect, it spins around the inside of this filter, and the good water comes out and it sits in a weir in there, then goes off to the harvested water barrel. It's filtering the water, it goes into a conventional butt. It's dark in colour, it keeps the sunlight away from the liquid, it keeps the sunlight away from the water and helps to prevent grollies. In here is a transfer pump on a float switch. When this barrel gets full, the pump pumps up overhead to a big storage chamber. The storage barrel, it's an old orange juice barrel. You'll see them in farmers' fields. The great advantage, they're black, they keep the ultraviolet light away from the water, and I'll show you now. I'll draw some water directly from the underside of this barrel that was put in 12 years ago, hasn't been cleaned since. Look at the quality of this water. So that's rainwater from the bottom of a barrel that hasn't been cleaned for 12 years. It's that clean because it was filtered before it went in there. So I have a pump which will sense the pressure in the system. When a tap is open, the pump will run. I've also plumbed it onto an outside tap here. So this is now rainwater from a pressurized pump. And this is rainwater for watering the garden. Using a little bit of electrical energy that's currently coming from, oh, it's the sun. My roof unfortunately faces east and west. So I've put solar panels on both sides. I have breakfast panels and I have supper panels. So although I generate less overall, I generate for a longer period of time. So I now have an inverter. Recent addition then is the battery, a way battery. It has 3 5 kilowatt hour batteries. Each one would stand on its own. It has a battery management system here on the top. I hope that's been informative for you, that you've enjoyed the trip round the house. Hopefully learned some things that might be applicable to your own property. But the one thing I would really like you to take away is an awareness of where your energy is coming from, what the design and the aspect of your house is, what you may or may not be able to do to your house, why you might even want to do it. Are you doing it for your children, for your grandchildren, for your neighbours, for the environment, for the area that you live in? Start to think, for God's sake, start to think about the impact that we as people are having on the planet. Within our own lives, we need to choose balance.